Oh, hi, I'm Joshua. You know, I used to disagree with liberals on, well, pretty much everything. But after recent revelations and the state of the world today, and some deep cohesive thought and progressive personal growth, I've come to realize that actually there are some things that I wholeheartedly agree with liberals on. Now, I know what you might be thinking, but Joshua, you're a hardcore born and raised true California constitutional conservative. How could you possibly agree with liberals on anything? Well, I'll tell you. You see, as any real conservative knows, the wannabe elitists, the globalist scum like Bill Gates, Klaus Schwab, George Soros, and all their ilk that like to pretend that they're elites when in fact it's us real people who are the real elites, since we're the ones that literally create and build everything that exists. Anyway, those losers. As any smart person knows, they want to depopulate the planet. They want to kill off a bare minimum of half of the world's population of 8 billion humans. So they dig their slimy little manipulative tentacles into everything they can to carry out their depopulation methods. Like vaccines to cause myocarditis, blood clots, hemorrhaging, strokes, and other methods of death. Mask wearing to cause respiratory issues by, constantly breathing in microplastics and bacteria into your lungs. Obliterating our borders and letting millions of illegal criminals, murderers, and rapists into our country, releasing dangerous criminals from the prisons while imprisoning patriots who serve our country and, stand up against their tyranny. Like victims of January 6th who are still being tortured in prison to this day. And all kinds of other vicious attacks on regular people to accomplish their depopulation goals. Well, after doing a lot of conscious thought and deep meditation, I've come to a realization that liberals are going to do what liberals are going to do. I mean, they can't really be saved or even educated about how the real world actually operates. I mean, think about it. Have you ever had a productive civil discussion with a liberal that resulted in them actually escaping the matrix they're imprisoned in by waking up and becoming a conservative? Of course you haven't. It just doesn't happen. Look, it's a lost cause. Like, if you were in a zombie movie and you're running from the zombies and someone next to you gets bitten, there's no point in trying to save them. Technically, they're already dead. They just don't know it yet. The best thing you can do is leave them behind with the other zombies because they're one of them now. Trying to save them from zombiehood is a fool's errand, an attempt in futility. It's exactly the same with liberals. The liberal mind virus has already infected them, and there really is no cure. Contrary to what some might think, education and information are not the cure for the liberal virus, because the virus has already effectively destroyed their cognitive ability to be able to process said education and information. Education and information are the prophylaxis, the prevention from ever getting infected in the first place. I guess in a way, you could say that education and information are like the vaccine against the liberal mind virus. Only this vaccine actually works and doesn't cause life-altering, dangerous side effects and death. So for all you conservatives, the rest of this video isn't for you. This part is just for my fellow liberal humans. Okay, is it just us now? Good. I'm with you. I mean it, sincerely. This isn't some weird comedy or one of those conspiracy theories you guys like to talk about. I'm being 100% truthful here. You want to get that vaccine and all the monthly boosters? I stand with you. You want to wear the mask restricting your airways everywhere you go, including alone in your car or when you're swimming? Well, I support you. You want to remain unarmed and not have any means of defending yourself against dangerous criminals who do have firearms or, other deadly weapons of war? I honor your decision to remain weak and defenseless and instead rely on police to eventually get there after the criminals are long gone and hopefully you're still alive. But of course, likely will never show up since you've decided to defund them all. But you know what? I support you. You have my full support. And you have an ally in me. Because after all, like Bill Gates said in his famous TED Talk that's free to watch online, we need less people. And as Bill Gates said,
so let's look at each one of these and see how we can get this down to zero. Probably one of these numbers is going to have to get pretty near to zero. That's back from high school algebra. But let's take a look. First, we've got population. The world today has 6.8 billion people. That's headed up to about 9 billion. Now, if we do a really great job on new vaccines, healthcare, reproductive health services, we could lower that by perhaps 10 or 15%.
So for every like-minded liberal, please make sure you wear your masks everywhere. It helps everyone know who you are. Please make sure to stay up to date on all your vaccines and boosters. In fact, maybe get an extra one, just for good measure. You can't be too safe. And those people on TV said that coronavirus is really scary. And make sure you continue taking all your vaccines and boosters for the rest of your life, even if it is only for just a few more months. It's for the greater good. And remember, austerity is virtuous. Make sure you live every day with the smallest carbon footprint as possible. Don't use your air conditioning in hot weather or your heater in cold weather. That way, you help offset carbon so that the rest of us, especially the wannabe elitists, can live comfortably in our heated and air-conditioned homes, driving our more reliable gasoline vehicles and living our lives in relative luxury in contrast to yours. Remember, you're doing it for the earth. So don't be ashamed to virtue signal the hell out of that with all your liberal friends. I hear it may even improve your social credit score too. Of course, I can't say for sure if I know that because us patriot elites live outside the social credit score system. Those rules and restrictions don't really apply to us. So remember, do what the government tells you. Wear your masks. Get all your vaccines and boosters. Don't have any firearms. Don't travel by reliable internal combustion vehicles. Don't use any electricity unless it's 100% from solar or wind, which of course isn't the case unless you're living completely off the grid in a rural homestead somewhere and have your own dedicated solar panels and wind turbines. But that's obviously not the case with you, because if you were living completely off the grid, well, you'd probably be a conservative. And remember, I and many conservatives like me, we support your decision. Your body, your choice. And I'm confident you'll do the right thing and choose what the people on CNN, Fox, MSNBC, and all the others on TV tell you to choose. Believing in and doing what you're told by those who you believe are better people than you because they're politicians and celebrities is one of the things you do best. Be proud of that. It's all for the greater good. And soon, the planet will be happier and safer and healthier, with only the rest of us still here to steward it. I know I can count on you to do the right thing and do what you're told and follow all the orders and mandates issued to you by people you've willingly given authority over your life to. It's for the greater good. It's for the earth. It's for the animals. And I am your ally in that. Thank you to each and every single one of you, if you're a liberal, for helping us make the world a better place. And soon, as long as you keep doing what you're told, it will be. Thank you, and have a wonderful remainder of your life. Farewell.